Welcome back.
What
Let's
the
go,
deal?
let's go.
Downtown Lafayette, Louisiana.
We in the building. We in the building.
Y'all know what it is, man. It's the division. We back at it again.
Yes,
Back
sir.
at it.
Yes.
Back episode 6, man.
Yes,
6.
sir. Episode 6. We in the building.
Yep.
It's your boy Reggie F. Baby on the ones and twos.
And what the F stand for?
Flugens, baby. Along with the other members of the division.
You got Phil sitting right here.
Yes,
Feel.
yes, sir.
And you got Mr. Taylor back at it again.
And I'm Ryan G, the moderator normally, but I'm in the back. I'm riding shotgun today.
Yeah,
So
you riding shotgun today because today is his birthday.
Yes.
And
Happy birthday,
shout out to Mr. Ryan. Just
Thank
turned,
y'all.
what,
RG.
83?
oh wow.
I'm sorry.
41, man.
My bad,
41
my
today,
bad.
man.
41, 40 plus club.
Blessed to be here, man.
That's
I
what's
appreciate
up.
all
That's
the
what's
birthday
up.
wishes.
Yes.
People been calling me since early this morning from out of town and everything. So I appreciate the love. Hope to see another one, man. Just
Yes,
blessed to be here.
yes, sir.
Yes,
brother.
yes,
Yes,
yes.
sir.
Amen to that.
Glad you made it.
Glad you made it, man. We're gonna get right into it, man. We gotta give a special shout out to the River Ridge
River Ridge.
champions.
Congratulations.
Louisiana.
Winter League World Champions. Shout out to the little guys.
The
They did
world
their
champions.
champions. I
Not
watched
just-
that game.
Not just the city, Craig. The
The
world.
world, Craig.
First, they I think that was Hawaii. They beat for the national championship.
Correct.
To go on to play Curacao, they beat Japan, and Japan was a good team, and Curacao was a good team. So they had a tough test either way, and they took it home.
And they
Yep,
only lost
Louisiana
one time,
saw.
I think. Huh?
Yeah, the
the
They
first
just
game.
lost one.
They only lost one time.
That one loss was to Hawaii to open up the tournament, and that's who they had to play for the national championship.
Well, congratulations.
Yes,
I watched
yes,
that game.
congratulations
Yeah,
to y'all.
congratulations.
Louisiana soil.
They pulled it off, man, and the team they beat in the championship. They was the hottest team in the tournament.
Yeah.
And man, they took care of business. They have some sluggers. They play defense out this world for young like that. So shout out to the River Ridge
Yep, that's,
champions.
Mini
That's,
MLB.
From
10
Louisiana.
I think that's 10, 11, 12 years old. So you know the age. Looking like a I mean, if y'all mini watch some of MLB. y'all watch some of it. It was some good. They got some talent on that team.
Oh yeah, good games too.
Yeah.
Good game, good quality games.
Yes.
Those little kids, they're you can kind of tell they kind of specialized in playing baseball and kind of got
Some
it
mini
down,
major leaguers, man.
Yeah.
That's what they look like.
Yeah.
That's what they look like. They was making plays out there.
Yeah, they
That's
look
it.
real good.
But we got the NFL.
Yes, sir. NFL. We're gonna get
NFL.
straight to it,
Yeah.
The
man.
news of the
Andrew Luck.
Yes.
Andrew Luck.
Big shocking news this weekend.
Andrew Luck.
Yeah, now this what I'm gonna say about Andrew Luck. Andrew Luck, 29 years old. Net worth upwards to $97 million.
Yes.
2016 signed a 5-year deal that would have set him up to pay. It would have paid him $122 million. He had 3 years left, $64 million left on his contract, including a $6 million roster bonus to be paid next month on the 17th. And he decided that it was time for him to retire at age 29 for whatever reasons. He hadn't really got into it and
Physically
told us
and
directly,
mentally.
but
It's
we
not
could
the
pretty
money.
we could pretty much figure out what it is. So what y'all think about that, fellas?
Well, he said he was physically and mentally exhausted, you know, from the little press conference, because I saw the press conference of him speaking and whatnot, and it just seemed like he just didn't have the heart to do it anymore.
No.
And I think hearing the fans boo him on the way out, he got booed on the way out.
Yeah.
And he kind of looked like a beaten man, if you ask me, in that press conference.
Them booing him, man, it was kind of crazy because Adam Schefter for ESPN, he broke it, but the news that came out while he was to the game, and then the social media just took over because he wasn't gonna put it out there at that time. They
Until
just
Sunday,
found out,
till the next day.
Yeah, because they just found out about it, and that's where the booing and people taking off their jersey. I think that Man, the fans got a right to know. yeah, they So have I a don't right. care when it broke. They have a right to know, but I'm just saying that that's just
You
how
feel
the
like
way it came
you
out.
feel like that they were right to boo him on the way out? I mean,
Oh, but how he was feeling, you know? I mean,
or you give him a pass because that was just in the moment.
Because yeah, they were just in their feelings. I mean, they paid to come in there and watch it. The seats in the game's high enough, so if they paid to watch it and they win, they got the right to boo. Yeah, he wasn't even playing that game, so he was just on the sideline.
Yeah,
so
And he said he heard it, and he said it hurt his feelings.
I even heard that he was saying that he can't give it 100%.
Well, the man, he can't. It's broken up.
Many injuries,
yeah, he broken up. So he
can't
he
get
don't.
back.
Yeah, he can't get back 100%.
Well, he thought that his rehab was gonna have him back for the start of the season.
Yeah.
and he's not gonna be able to play week one, and it's just discouraged. I think he just looked discouraged.
I totally understand. I mean, I'm 50-50 with it. 50, if you was gonna do this or you was even contemplating it, you should have did it at the end of the season last year or before this happened. I mean, you was actually on the field when it got announced you was retiring.
Yeah.
That was like one of the most awkward moments right there.
Well, I'm 50-50 a different type of way because, I mean, I can understand it. He banged up.
And I understand
and the
that part
not
of
working.
it.
And then the other side of me just ain't going to let me feel bad for somebody been making that much money, millions of dollars to play a game. So
it's really physical though. It's not just a regular game. It's very
game.
Very brutal.
Yeah. I mean,
it's very physical.
I don't think that the timing of how he did it and all that stuff. Maybe that can be questionable. But the reason why, regardless of what, I think that he did what's best for him.
Because it was said that he was hurt.
Because it's not the money.
It's
definitely not the money. Because they said over his career he was average to make up to $450 million. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He played the next 7 years. So,
to me, it's not even about the money.
That's a whole lot of money.
I mean, if you play football, you're gonna get paid regardless.
So
to me, it's not about the money.
He walking away from that. So I mean, he really got to be worried about his health. So however you want to go out, do it like that. You got to do what's best for your family and your health.
And then, like I said, we don't know the mental part of it with him.
And he said
I know
that.
I'm an athlete, born athlete, and guess what?
Mm-hmm.
I can't give my 100% and help my team like that, and I'm constantly getting injured, that could do something to me mentally.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because I can't perform like I know I'm capable of performing because I'm not healthy.
And that's what he kind of said in the press conference. He was physically exhausted because it went from him being hurt, having to rehab, not really being able to train, and then getting hurt again and having to rehab. So really and truthfully, you're doing more rehab than actually game planning and
he was
getting into the game.
If he would have tried to play, he said he was coming in under 80%. You know what I'm saying? I mean, as a starting quarterback, come on.
What is this? 3 seasons now? Yeah,
But that he's going
Yeah,
to miss.
it's the
about-
third
about
season
three.
in a row.
Yeah.
It's the third season in a row.
He had a lacerated kidney, a bad shoulder. This was a calf, which really and truthfully, I don't think they saying, but I think it might have had something to do with his Achilles too, because don't know calf injury lasts from March all the way to now. That's something else going on with that calf injury.
Well, we looking at he 29 years old. Did anybody see the interview Gronkowski did? He another 29-year-old retiring NFL player.
And Gronk said the same thing too.
Well, Gronk said he took so many shots too.
I mean that's what
he
they
said
did.
that shot to his thigh in the Super Bowl. He said he walked around for about 4 weeks.
He cried the night of the Super Bowl.
That was a bad
He said he
hit.
could feel the indention in the top of his thigh for like 4 weeks after the Super Bowl.
He said he cried the night of the Super Bowl when everybody else was cheering because of that hit. Like he cried, and he's supposed to be happy. So it's like
he said he
it's
couldn't
not
sleep.
even worth it.
He said he couldn't sleep. He slept about 50 minutes or something like that that night.
So look, just shout outs to them and everything. One last thing on Andrew Luck before we move on. What do y'all think about his career as a whole? Now that it's said and done, he came in, he played 6 years. How would y'all rank his career?
Well, man, I mean, me myself, with his numbers and stuff, if he would have been healthy, man, I mean, he awesome fantasy guy if he on the field. You know what I'm saying? So, I just think if he would have been really, really healthy and wouldn't have went through these injuries, he would have been probably great. He would have probably won the Super Bowl, I think.
Yeah, I mean, a very strong possibility that he would have. And I believe in Andrew Luck. I had him picked as the number 5 quarterback this year, healthy. I did mention that. And, I mean, it's just sad to see him go because he's really a good quarterback.
And he did good still with getting all broken up and everything because they ain't really put no pieces around him to help him anyway. So,
but I told y'all that during the fantasy football preview that something was wrong with Luck. I said, don't pick that ball. I said, don't pick him. Something wrong with him. And there you go, lo and behold. So Jacoby Brissett's going to be the starter now. Brock Osweiler came in today.
Yeah.
Maybe to be the backup.
Mm-hmm.
He's still there.
Came for a tryout.
So that's it on Andrew Luck, man. Good luck in your retirement.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
What you got on Patrick Mahomes, Mr. Ryan?
Well, check it out. NFL.com. I was on NFL.com today, and the 2019 NFL Season Award predictions, like your MVP, Offensive Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, et cetera, et cetera. And it's a panel of about 25 former football players and analysts that came up with their predictions for who they think going to win these season awards. So we're just going to run through them real quick, get y'all thoughts on it.
Okay.
Now, for the MVP, they got Patrick Mahomes winning it again.
The MVP.
Patrick Mahomes. Winning it again.
And the number 2 person that they have in second place is Carson Wentz, which I don't see that. Get the hell out of here, Carson Wentz. Number 3, Tom Brady. And number 4, Drew Brees. So they figure Patrick Mahomes gonna win it, and then Carson Wentz, Tom Brady, Drew Brees in that descending order. What y'all think about that?
I think Carson Wentz can probably be shuffled around somewhere because he still ain't. He ain't really played a full season to see anything too.
If he can play a full season,
yeah. So
he might.
I think he's the only one out of there. I think Brees should be over Tom Brady though. Definitely.
Yeah, I think so too because I think that Drew Brees gonna have one of those 5,000 passing yards. One of those seasons.
Why would y'all think Drew Brees should be over Tom Brady? Like what evidence gives y'all that?
What evidence? I mean, I think we've been over him a bunch of years. The only thing Tom Brady have on Drew Brees is the Super Bowls,
and that he's the GOAT. He's the GOAT.
Yeah,
Drew Brees is not the GOAT.
We talking about the season. We already said that his stats was gonna go down this year. We already mentioned that. So,
I believe so. But that's just hater talk.
Well, that's just everybody's opinion. To me, I guess we just gonna have to see how it play out because Tom Brady and Drew Brees might be in the same spot. Patrick Mahomes, to me, that's just lazy putting Patrick Mahomes to win back-to-back MVPs because that hardly ever happens.
It's really not lazy.
For the people that picked it.
Yeah, but I mean, if you come out there and throw 50 touchdown
he's
passes,
not doing that again.
I'm not saying he's gonna do it again, but he gonna do at least 30,
35.
35. I mean, that's still a lot.
Yeah, I don't think he'll do 50.
That's still a lot.
I don't think he's gonna win it again.
How many Dak had last year?
Dak's not in the conversation right now, but Dak might be Offensive Player of the Year. We're moving on. Offensive Player of the Year. Yeah. Offensive Player of the Year.
All right.
Number 1, they have Saquon Barkley. Number 2, DeAndre Hopkins. And number 3, Patrick Mahomes for Offensive Player of the Year. What y'all think about that?
I can see Saquon, but why they don't have McCaffrey up there or something? Because he's, I mean, Saquon, I can see that. But I just think that
he's going to get the ball a lot.
They have Saquon Barkley as the
offensive player.
Offensive player?
Offensive player of the year.
Offense.
Saquon Barkley, DeAndre Hopkins, Patrick Mahomes. So they figure Saquon's going to win it.
Well, Saquon might have a good year once they start that new quarterback over Eli.
Yeah. And he's going to get the ball a lot anyway regardless. So as far as Offensive Player of the Year, his numbers should be outrageous. I picked him first in the fantasy draft.
Well, this the thing with that is, and that's why I'm kind of on the fence on him on my fantasy number 1 pick, because I want to see how many defensive players going to be in the box this year without Odell Beckham out there.
Yeah,
you don't have Odell Beckham out wide. It's going to be an extra person in the box.
And Jarvis.
But do you think he's as good then? Because I think
the Giants, when they lost Odell, it's really going to put a target on Saquon.
I think he's like Barry Sanders 2.0, to tell you the truth.
Okay.
Like the moves that boy makes. Now, we're going to find out this year because like you say, they're going to put 8 in the box, and he's going to have to work with that.
Oh, yeah. They're gonna
all
have
the
to,
time.
especially if Eli Manning is quarterback.
The boy is talented. Yeah. The boy is very talented.
Okay, so moving on. Defensive Player of the Year. Once again, Aaron Donald. They're saying Aaron Donald's going to win Defensive Player of the Year. I think that would make him 3-time Defensive Player of the Year if he was to win. Number 2, Myles Garrett of the Cleveland Browns. And number 3, Khalil Mack. So they're saying Aaron Donald's going to win. Mack's going to come in 3rd. Garrett's going to come in 2nd. Can't really complain about that one. That's Aaron Donald, man. Like, until somebody else does what he's doing, then he's going to be Defensive Player of the Year. Maybe Khalil Mack might make a push
I was about to say we just gonna disregard Khalil Mack. Okay.
No, man,
ain't disregarding him. It's just Aaron Donald is.
The list you just called.
Yeah, they pretty much put Myles Garrett 2nd.
Yeah, 2nd. Yeah,
Myles Garrett, he wouldn't even be on my radar right now. He has something to prove.
Myles Garrett playing with some pretty good guys on defense too.
Well, let me tell you
but to be Defensive Player of the Year,
well, you need help to be the Defensive Player of the Year. You can't just be by yourself.
Let me talk to you about this. Aaron Donald is playing with Todd Gurley and some offensive talent over there. Khalil Mack just took the Bears to the playoffs.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, but the Bears is very talented too. Don't
and they got a great defense.
Just knock them. Trubisky, Cohen.
They went to the playoff because of the defense. And
Burton,
leader of the defense
Gabriel.
was Khalil Mack by far.
They have a pretty well-rounded offense.
Their defense led the league.
Their defense was the game changer.
Yeah, the defense was a game changer.
They crucifying the Raiders right now for trading Khalil Mack because of last year.
The Bears had the most points scored by defense last year out of all the defenses last year. So they were scoring points. And when you can score points and then your offense is kind of decent, I don't know what you're talking about Trubisky. Trubisky still got something to prove to me.
He showed up a little bit at the end of the season.
We gonna see.
They got a bad break on that missed field goal at the end in the playoffs.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
Yeah, they did.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
They
forgot
should've
about
been
that.
Yeah.
But
I'm not saying he didn't make a difference. He did make the difference. He did make the difference.
He turned them into a playoff team.
Yeah.
All right. Offensive Rookie of the Year. By the vote of NFL.com, number 1 is Kyler Murray. Number 2, they're saying it's going to be Josh Jacobs. That's the little running back from the Raiders. That's one of my sleepers.
Yeah, that's the one from Alabama.
Yep. And
Crimson Tide.
And David Montgomery, running back for the Bears. He got drafted. So we got Kyler Murray.
That's who got my vote.
Montgomery?
Yep.
I think Kyler Murray, because he's going to have the ball a lot. He's going to have the ball a lot. If he has a decent season, they'll give it to him.
Yeah,
a decent season.
He's about to make a lot of mistakes.
I think he's gonna make a lot of mistakes, but he gonna
I think so too.
He gonna do good. I think he's gonna be similar. I think he's gonna be similar to Baker. They come from the same offense and they the same type of game. You know, they very similar. I think it's gonna look the same in Cleveland and at Arizona. And don't forget about David Johnson at running back.
Yeah,
they still have a top-notch running back. They have some good receivers. Then they have Chandler Jones. They have Suggs on defense. I mean,
he's just gonna make some mistakes.
Yeah, Arizona. Don't count them out just yet because of the rookie quarterback.
Before that rookie, and watch for Josh Jacobs too. Watch for Josh Jacobs for the Raiders. I like him too a lot, and I've been seeing him play in the preseason, and they've been giving him the ball, and he's been running well in the preseason. So watch out for him too. He might just overlap and overtake Kyler. You never know.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, defensive rookie of the year. Number 1, they got Devin Bush, linebacker for the Steelers, drafted out of Michigan. They got him winning the defensive rookie of the year.
Where's Devin White at? What about Devin White?
He's not even on the list, bro.
I
think he was like 6 or 7.
That's what I was thinking.
Well, hold on. I'm going to finish off the list for y'all. Number 1 was Devin Bush. Number 2 was Brian Burns, DN from Florida State. He's playing for the Carolina Panthers. And number 3, Quinnen Williams, big D tackle out of Alabama. I know y'all know Quinnen Williams. He's playing for the Jets right now. And I think White, they had him like 6th or 7th.
Wow.
I think they had him like 6 or 7.
You got a linebacker that runs a 4-3, and he after the ball the way he is, and you got him at the bottom of the list.
Now that little rookie, that
6,
Devin Bush playing for the Steelers, I've seen him play in the preseason too. He looks good now. He looks good. The Steelers people, that's a sleeper team.
The Steelers
Watch for the Steelers.
I saw Dupree from LSU. He looked real good for the Steelers, and they still got T.J. Watt. And whoever this Bush dude is,
Devin Bush out of Michigan.
He's going to have to share the field with T.J. Watt and a bunch of other people. They still got Joe Hayden just came back. There's a bunch of talent on that Steelers defense they're going to watch out for.
That's definitely a sleeper team.
Yeah.
Comeback player of the year. I think we'll all be in agreement with this. Number 1, Le'Veon Bell. They saying he's going to win comeback player of the year. Thus, he didn't play last year. So if he comes back and he's healthy, so he'll probably end up winning comeback player of the year if he has a decent season. Number 2, they say Earl Thomas. You know, Earl Thomas broke his leg.
Raiders?
Yeah,
the
Ravens. Because he had broke his leg with Seattle and then left Seattle with Baltimore. They got him at number 2. Number 3, my Cowboy center, Travis Frederick, coming back after being out all last year. Pro Bowl center. They got him at number 3. Yeah. So we got Le'Veon Bell, Earl Thomas, Travis Frederick.
So the best player on your team is a center?
No, he's one and a lot of good players. We're not going to go there right now.
You just bragging about a center, and much love to the center. You need a good center, no doubt. Shout out to all the centers, no disrespect. But it's just he cheering.
Well, speaking of the centers, my Patriots caught a bad break with our center with Andrews.
Yeah, blood clot.
Oh yeah,
blood clot in his lung. I think that's what.
Yes, I saw that story. Yeah,
so he's probably out for the season.
Nah, he's gonna be out for the season.
Y'all just made a trade with the Cardinals to get an offensive lineman. I guess to kind of, that's Bill. Something happened.
We draft players because I think Tooney can play a little center. We draft players that can multi-position anyway. So.
All right. Well, y'all got y'all.
Shout out Bill Belichick.
Making moves. Making moves.
No,
them Cheatriots, boy. Them Cheatriots.
Making moves. Making moves. And making moves. That's what he do.
And last category, Coach of the Year. Number 1, they say it's going to be Freddie Kitchens from Cleveland Browns. So if Cleveland has a decent season, he's probably going to win Coach of the Year.
Kitchens. Yeah, I could believe that. And like I said, I'm high on the Browns, not just because of the roster, But, I mean, they have talent all around the board.
They going to make the playoffs?
Yeah, they're going to make the playoffs.
As a wild card or something? Or
No,
better?
they're going to
win the division?
I think that they could win the division.
They better not come out the way they came out these last couple preseason games, throwing the ball 40 times. I hope they run the ball.
Yeah, because that's not their game.
They're going to bring a bunch of mistakes into play with Baker.
Well, that's going to be on the coach, and that's Freddie Kitchens. They got number 2, Frank Wright from Indianapolis.
I'm sure they're going to run the ball.
Frank Wright.
Indianapolis.
Kareem Hunt's still going to come back later on, too. So with Nick Chubb.
After week 9, that's
with
right.
Nick Chubb.
That's why I said they need to run the ball.
Yeah.
Can the coach put it together is the question, though. Because he's a first-year coach, so we're going to find out. Number 2, Frank Wright, Indianapolis. And number 3, Bill Belichick of the Cheatriots.
Why is Frank White – what is he doing number 2?
Just say the Cheatriots.
They say for coach of the year. I guess for the upcoming season, I guess Andrew Luck left. If you ball with Jacoby Brissett and y'all make the playoffs, then you have to look at him too, I guess. I guess that's their logic.
Okay.
Because the list just came out today, so the Luck thing happened over the weekend, so they had a chance to vote and decide or whatnot.
I got you.
And
Go ahead.
No, in other football news, real quick, just some quick hits. Lamar Miller, Texans, he's out for the season. I had drafted him on my fantasy. Bad move right there. And also, the Texans are looking to trade Jadeveon Clowney. He was holding out. He wanted money, and the Texans don't want to pay it to him. So they're looking. The Dolphins are interested. Philadelphia and Seattle for Jadeveon Clowney. So that's your quick hits with NFL.
It actually probably just broke on my phone probably about 2 hours ago that he said he ready to miss games too. So.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I just saw that.
I think they're getting ready to ship him out. They're getting ready to ship him out pretty soon.
Let him go to the Pats.
Dolphins, Philly, and Seattle. No Pats in there right now. The Dolphins really want him. They really want him. So we're going to see how that's going to turn out. Philadelphia, I hope he doesn't go to Philly. Because I don't know why they're trying to get off of him, but they just don't want to pay him what he wants. So that's where we at with that.
Yep.
Well, you know what? I mean, and getting back to the NFL, the preseason game is the last week of the preseason coming up this week.
How did everybody team do last week?
The
34-0.
The Saints, they won. They won last week. How about the Patriots?
Pats won 10-3 over the Panthers. Tom looked good. First drive, right down the field, 70 yards or so, and punching in the end zone. Picked up where we left off at.
Dallas Cowboys.
And we got Josh Gordon fully active and healthy. He passed the physical.
No vaping.
We got
Yeah,
he looked good.
Some
Them eyes look clear.
As long as he ready to play ball.
he's still allowed to vape.
And we still got Demarius.
Check them eyes whenever he come into the locker room. Check them eyes.
And we still got Demarius. So we ready to play some ball. Edelman on track to play week 1-2 for y'all fantasy people.
Phil, what up with our Saints?
Man, our Saints. Man, we played. The Jets. Yeah, we played the Jets, man. We beat them we beat them 28-13, and that was on the 24th. Drew Brees only played like one little series out there. We played 4-6 for 68 yards, 1 touchdown. Bridgewater came in.
He threw that touchdown to Michael Thomas. That looked good. You saw Thomas in the corner of the end zone?
Yeah.
Michael Thomas looked good.
Yeah.
I drafted him in 2 of my leagues.
Of course.
Saints, man.
Oh, we done with the Saints? Because I got like a minute for my Cowboys.
We getting the preseason update, man.
I got a minute for like my Cowboys. What's up?
No, you can have 10 seconds for the
We
Cowboys.
started out Saints, then we went to Patriots, then we went back to
You could have
Saints.
10 seconds
Dallas
for the
Cowboys won 34-0. Dak Prescott on the first drive threw a touchdown. Beautiful touchdown to Michael Gallup. Watch out for him in fantasy.
Probably the only one of the season.
Dak went ahead and did his thing, man. Dak been balling all preseason 34-0. Y'all better look out for us. And Tony Pollard, running back. If Zeke doesn't come back, watch for him on fantasy. And plus, I think he's going to be real productive.
That's good.
Yeah, yep. Anything else for the Cowboys?
That's all we got.
Nah, that's it. We just waiting on Zeke, man.
Just waiting on Zeke?
Zeke.
What about that contract?
Dak said he'll go ahead and play the season. He'll handle that during the season, man. He's not worried about it right
That's
now.
nice.
I saw an interview with Jerry Jones say they ready to go into the season without Zeke, as long as they get him back in time for the meat of the schedule or the playoffs. So They still trying to get a deal.
They hoping
done,
to try to just win some games.
But it may not be for all y'all that drafted Zeke like Reggie F.
Yeah.
It may not be to the middle of the season.
Yeah.
Hey, that's
the
okay.
Saint fan
That's okay.
drafted
Hey,
Zeke.
I plan on being in the playoffs anyway, so he gonna come right on time.
Yeah, a Saint drafted a Cowboy with the number 1 pick in
Definitely
fantasy.
not worried about that.
That's another subject.
Yeah,
we might bring that up in life topics.
Let's talk about how you had the number 1 pick and didn't even choose your own player. No
Because he's
Cowboy.
holding out.
I don't want to hear that.
He's holding out.
You were screaming he's gonna play. He gonna play. So you don't believe what you're saying.
But you took him with your first pick. No, because I'm a Cowboy fan. You just trying to jump on bandwagons, trying to win a little change, and he might not end up playing.
Hey, you know what?
You're
Fantasy,
jinxing us right now.
fantasy is green
If he don't
to
come
me.
back, I blame
Fantasy
you.
is green to me.
If he don't come back, I blame you.
If I had the number 1 pick,
Racing,
I would have picked Drew Brees, a Saint. He had the number 1 pick. He been screaming, "Oh, he's gonna sign. He's gonna sign. He's gonna play." Well, if that's the case, why don't you draft him?
I got to see him sign the paper.
No,
I got to see him sign the paper.
Whatever.
It hadn't been
You
done
don't
yet.
believe
I'm not gonna draft nobody that's still holding out, Red.
Then you don't
'Cause
believe
that's
what you're
fantasy.
saying.
What you mean?
You said he was gonna be
I'm
playing.
hoping for that, bro.
Oh,
I'm
nah,
hoping for
he
that.
hoping. That's
But
not
at
what
the
he said
time,
on the show.
at the time of
That's
the
not
draft,
what you said
at
on
the
the show.
time of the draft,
Get
he
outta
wasn't
here,
available.
man.
So it is what it is.
He wasn't available. You had the number 1
Saints
pick.
fans, were you
You
drafting
had the
Zeke?
number 1 pick.
Them Saints fans drafted Zeke.
The Saints gonna.
Yeah,
the Saints
they talk
fan
about that
drafting the
Cowboy
money.
hate, but they still draft
We
him first,
drafting
though.
the money, and that's the only person that ever played for me is Zeke
Draft
from the
money.
Cowboys.
Yeah, Cowboys
You ought to
is
be
money.
happy that
Cowboys
he even on my
is
team.
money.
Well, I
We
will say
money.
this.
Anyway, man.
Well, I will say this. I was off today, and I watched some of the U.S. Open today. So everybody don't know the U.S. Open tennis going on right now.
Yes, sir. Yes,
And when
sir.
you're talking tennis, you got to talk to Williams' sisters.
Well, look, before we get into today, I want to talk about Serena's first match against Sharapova. These girls been going at it forever.
Yep.
They always have a fire match. Serena she pretty much killed her this time.
Yeah, I heard that.
81% of her serves she took advantage of and won. She beat Sharapova 6-1, 6-1.
Yeah,
2 sets.
They've
back to
been,
back.
and Sharapova is a great tennis player, and they've been playing since 2004.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it's 20-3 Serena way.
Yeah.
The match was just like 45 minutes.
The head-to-head. Oh, it was maybe an hour. Maybe less than an
Yeah,
hour.
it went real fast. I was very shocked. I thought it would have been a good match.
Yeah.
But
I mean, Serena came out there and look, she looked a little slimmer. If y'all didn't watch, she looked a little slimmer. She
Oh, I always watch
faster.
Serena.
She
I always
looked a
watch
little
Serena.
faster. They had some big names at the match the other day too.
Yeah.
So I seen Mike Tyson or a couple other people I saw.
yeah, I saw Mike Tyson on that too.
It was a bunch of stars out
Yeah.
there. And she played tonight, 8:30. She about to play in about 20 minutes. She playing McNally. McNally has a title this year.
Gotcha.
And, Serena don't. So it's a tough opponent, and we wish her the best.
Yes.
Yeah, I think Serena gonna handle it.
And
business.
her sister just lost.
Yep.
Venus.
Today.
Venus.
Venus, the older sister, she lost today to the number 5 seed in the tournament.
Back to back.
Yeah.
And Elena, I'm not gonna try to pronounce her last name.
Stellolino,
But,
something like that.
I mean, this is a good player. She's number 5 in the world, and she took down Venus
6-4, 6-4, back to back.
2 sets.
Venus, she in there still fighting hard. You know, she's fighting
is.
hard.
She
She's a
is.
champion.
Show signs of
so
She's a
greatness.
competitor.
Yeah.
She is a
Well,
competitor.
Roger Federer, one of my favorite tennis players, he went ahead and won Monday. He lost his first round 4-6, and then he came back and he won, 6-2 and 6-4, advanced to the 6-1, 6-2, and 6-4, and advanced to the second round. So shout out to Roger Federer.
He played the little young guy, man. That little young guy say he always dreamed of winning a set against Federer.
And
he won the first set,
one, and that was
I
it.
mean, after that,
And that
Federer
was it.
came out there, guns are blazing.
Yeah.
He made him look like a child.
Yeah, I seen some of that.
He was on the net more than half the time.
Yeah.
And I mean, the dude couldn't even get the ball past him, and he was on the net.
They were split screening their
it
match
was just
and
little bump
Venus
shots,
match.
little stuff. He
We
was
was
just
watching them side by side.
Yeah.
Well, his dream definitely came true.
He did,
then it flipped.
and he woke up.
Flipped on him right
And he woke
quick.
up.
Yeah, and then moving on, man. Coco Gauff, the 15-year-old phenom, came into the U.S. Open, won her first match. She did the same thing. She lost 6-3. And when she lost 6-3, her first set.
No, I didn't see.
When she lost 6-3, her first set, she turned to her parents and told them, "I need y'all to pick me up." and her parents started hollering and cheering for her and getting her, crunk. And next thing you know, she won 6-2, 6-4.
The crowd kind of got
and
into it.
She advanced to the second round.
When the crowd got into it, she came back.
She's the next one.
15 years old, being that she made it to past the first round, she's guaranteed $100,000 so far.
Yes.
And if she win the second round, $163,000. That's a nice check for a 15-year-old.
She's the next one up, though.
That's
She's
amazing.
the next one up.
Yeah.
Yes. And last but not least, Rafael Nadal, he beat John Millman 6-3, 6-2, 6-2. It wasn't really a match. It looked like practice to me. If you ask me, it looked like practice out there. So shout out to the U.S. Open. They have some more good matches coming soon. Like we said, Serena going to be playing at 8:30, and I'm looking forward to seeing their next matches come up.
Oh, yeah.
That should go all the way into Sunday, huh?
Yep.
I think it's all the way into Sunday.
Yep. Goes all the way to Sunday.
So we'll give y'all a recap on that next week.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Even on something like that, just a quick recap on that FedEx Cup, on the golf and all that. Rory took home the FedEx Cup.
Shout out to Rory.
Him and
Shout out.
Him and Brooks Koepka, the number 1 seed.
He took home the cup and $15 million.
$15 million for one tournament.
For one tournament.
Well, it lasts
big
3
time.
rounds. It was three rounds to get to the final, but
Yeah.
I mean, Justin Thomas came in that last round leading with the most FedEx points, and Koepka, then Rory, and Koepka had the lead pretty much to the last day, and Rory walked him down.
Yeah.
And showed him who was the man.
Yeah,
And, but on top of that, after the season concludes, they do vote for the Player of the Year, and I would have to agree. Brooks Koepka was the Player of the Year this year. So
I've been hearing his name a lot. So yeah,
you have
I'll
FedEx champion and Rory McIlroy, and Brooks Koepka, deservingly, this 2 years in a row, is winning the Player of the Year in the PGA Tour. So
He's a
I
good
throw that
golfer.
stuff in there with the tennis.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. Moving on to baseball.
Baseball.
Mr. Whalen, what you got for us on baseball, man?
I mean, we could
Let's
have
talk
touched on
some
this.
baseball.
Let's touch on this Dodgers Yankee thing that went on this weekend.
Y'all played this weekend. Show enough.
Dodgers Yankee. We didn't get a chance to get together, and we didn't wager nothing. So
Okay, this
was just a good time.
this what I gathered. This what I gathered from the game.
Yankees.
This is a few points of view.
For everybody who wasn't here, it was Friday through Sunday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we talked about it
In
last
the
week.
series,
We talked
it
about
went
it.
Yankees 2-1, and it was in
Look,
Dodger Stadium. On the
Look
West
like they
Coast.
handle their business. They handle their business.
Well,
What you came up with?
like we mentioned, the most famous thing of all, the Yankees feast off the leftists.
That's right.
We have
That's
a bunch
right.
of leftists.
Yep.
They was used to seeing the left, and then they started hitting.
Yep.
The bullpen gonna be major for both teams going down the stretch.
Okay.
All right. Neither team have all the players. Neither one of them healthy. Yankees still got to get Stanton and a couple other players.
Yeah, we got a few players to get back.
So they both still trying to get fully healthy.
Y'all ain't got that
we
many players out.
we never got used to y'all pitches. We hadn't seen y'all pitches before.
We don't have Botanicus and Severino back either. And Severino is our ace, and he coming back. And we're probably gonna use him in relief for the playoffs. And that's for y'all.
Yeah.
Y'all actually had
That's
a lot
for
of
the
players
Astros.
missing and
We-
still went out
Yeah.
there to
We
LA.
started the first three.
Us too.
We started the
Us
first
too.
3
Okay,
months of the
okay.
season. We started the first 3 months of the season missing 13 plus players.
Yeah.
No joke.
Now everybody's
Yeah.
coming back.
And that's
And
including Judge, Stanton. That's everybody was out. Didi Gregorius. We
And
got
it's-
a lot of people that been out.
and it's time for us to rest Ryu to get ready for the playoffs. He didn't pitch 153 innings. I think he didn't pitch like 61 games less than he did in a 2-3 year span with his other team.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So like he
And I mean, with that low ERA, I go over it every week, but with him throwing an ERA of 164 this late in the season, y'all, that's like giving up 1 run.
yeah.
That's
a
it.
game.
But he
A
need to
game,
rest. He need to
And
rest.
these major league hitters,
Yeah.
it's hard to get on that mound and get around the strike zone. That's gonna make them not, put it out the park.
Yeah.
And
One hit a game. Damn.
That's
Yeah.
one run.
One
run,
run.
yeah,
One run
one
again.
run.
And I mean, and
score.
that's he he due for some rest. They've been using him, and it shows on their record.
Yeah, I know, but it's time to rest him and get ready for the playoffs, though.
So you didn't think nothing about Judge hitting a home run every game?
Well, I mean, Judge caught fire. Judge just been on fire.
Look the cap. I wish I could zoom in on
that is so whack. Wow.
Hey, that's a fashion statement.
I thought you was an Astro.
I am. This has nothing to do with baseball.
These boys confused.
Yeah, I just not realized.
I just realized.
Let's go Yankees.
We got another Yankees fan.
No,
Ryan
we don't.
is a Yankees fan
we
too
don't.
now.
Ryan got that hat before he went to the Astros game.
No, you can't say you an Astros fan with a Yankees hat on.
I always wear Yankees hat. I like wearing Yankees hats.
Because you're a Yankee.
He got that hat before he went to the Astros game, man.
Well,
so that's what.
I just became a baseball fan, and I'm an Astros.
So that's what I said. You had the hat before you went to the Astros game.
Well, let's do a real quick rundown on the playoff race right now. It's still Yankees, Astros, Twins in the American League.
Okay.
And the Astros are behind about half a game right now. So.
Okay.
And it's really close because we tied up with the Dodgers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those three teams, the Astros, the Dodgers, and the Yankees, that's the powerhouse.
It's coming down to it, and whoever win out of us going
to see the Dodgers.
I mean, it could be a rematch with the Astros, or it could be the biggest showdown.
Either one out of those three, it's going to be a good series.
So you think that little preview we got right there could be the World Series, right? And you think the outcome might be the same?
Yeah, and we
No, I don't think it's going to be the same. Well, why don't we ask the New York Astros what he think about it?
The Houston Yankees.
I
think the Astros going to be there in the end anyway. I think we're going to be there in the end regardless because I like the pitching. You know what I'm saying? Now, the thing that scared me about the Yankees, I didn't even know y'all didn't have Stanton back yet. And y'all get Stanton back.
Yeah.
So that can kind of switch things around, and seeing New York go into LA and beat LA like that
and dominate.
They didn't dominate them. They only dominated one game.
Okay, well for everybody that
one game.
For everybody that
they beat Kershaw.
Come on, man.
They beat Kershaw.
Tell the truth.
The series win as this: 10-2 Friday night Yankees in Dodger Stadium. 10-2 is a blowout.
Well, I got it written down.
Yeah.
The second game Saturday, it was the daytime game. It was 1-2 Dodgers.
Yeah.
And that's the only game Jansen got a chance to pitch, y'all closer. And because the rest of them was blowout. Sunday was 5-1.
So in Yankees wins, it was 15-3.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, if you take both Yankee wins, that's 15-3.
It'd be 16-5 if you added all
the games. Yeah.
Yeah, so we put up a lot of runs, and even on the game Saturday, it was just 2 home runs. Judge hit one, and
Judge smashed one.
I think Turner hit a 2-run shot. So
off of Kershaw.
Well, real quick, why don't you go through the standings right now
the quick rundown on the playoff race. Everybody know these teams. It's gonna be familiar. It's Yankees, Astros, Twins, and in that wild card in the AL, we still got Indians, A's, Rays. Just so you know, the Yankees are, like I said, they only a half game above the Astros in the National League. Now, this is pretty interesting. They got the Dodgers, Braves, Cardinals still. And in the wild card is Nationals, Cubs, Phillies. But Phillies fell back. Now, I will say this. Dodgers got the best record in the league tied with the Yankees. But the Braves are only 7 games back. The Braves just won about 10 games straight.
Yeah.
And they last 10 games, they like 8-2 because they just lost a couple games here and there. But they on a run right now, and they can actually, with 30 games left, they could jump the Dodgers for that number 1 seed.
You think that's likely, man?
Make sure we keep an eye on that.
Keep an eye on the Braves.
Make sure we keep an eye on that. And
they're rolling.
Outside the playoff race, we still got the MVP race and the Cy Young race. On that MVP race, everybody know what's going on. They got Trout in the American League, and the big race in the National League is Yelich and Bellinger. And we still got a little updated rundown and a visual of what y'all looking at on how close the race is.
Yeah, that's real close. That's extremely close.
That's pretty close right there. And,
Trout hit that 43rd home run last night. I saw that.
Yeah, he took the lead. Him and Bellinger was tied up. And you can look at and what's not showing on there is the on base percentage. Just to give y'all an idea why that's up there. The on base percentage counting the walks and everything. You looking at Trout at like 436 and Yelich at 424. Bellinger's he's down in the 300s. So he just fell back. He right at the 400 mark. That mean they almost getting on base half the time they get up there. So that's awesome.
So it's going to be them three.
What's the home run lead right now? 40 what?
43,
43?
42, 41.
Yeah.
Now, let me throw something at you real quick. Pete Alonso, because they were talking about him.
Pete Alonso. And he you can actually put him on that screen with them on comparison of stats, and you can see he right there with him at 40. What's that? 42 home runs. He just broke the record for the Mets, and he's a rookie.
He's a rookie.
Wow.
And, he just broke the rookie record last week in the major leagues, and yesterday he just broke the Mets all-time home run record at 42, and he's a rookie.
I saw that on
still
social
got
media.
some games
That's
to
what.
go. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, you can look at his stats. That's just pretty much the same thing we just posted on the MVP race. So shout out Pete Alonso, and shout out to the Yankees and Ryan being a newfound Yankees.
Astros all day.
Shout out to you, New York Yankees.
That's just something to put on the head, all right?
Moving
Decoration.
on to the UFC, man. Next Saturday, September 7th, we got Khabib versus Dustin Poirier.
Oh, Lord.
Lafayette, Louisiana native. We sending another one to the championship, and hopefully he can get this one done.
Got love for you, Dustin.
Hopefully he can get this accomplished.
Last time we was on the show, I told y'all I hadn't saw too much of Khabib. I went and watched some Khabib.
Yeah, Khabib.
Khabib is
Let
a
me
man.
tell you.
Yeah,
ball.
Khabib real.
He looked like a little spider monkey.
Khabib real.
A
Khabib
strong
coming.
one.
He
A
coming.
real strong one. I'm telling you, I saw him come out there when they rung the bell. He come out there and just jump all over somebody.
You seen when he fought Khan?
I saw when he beat up Conor. Choke him out, huh?
Yeah, he get on you, man. He get on
tap.
you. He like a bear. Once he grab you and get a hold to you and get you on that ground and start grounding, pounding you, he just weigh you down and just eventually do exactly what he want to do. So, but the good thing about it, Dustin is a ground fighter too. He if I'm not mistaken, he's a black belt in jiu-jitsu.
I know he kicked
What's
you in the
his
knee pretty
rank?
good.
If I'm not mistaken, that's what he is. But I mean, in his hands and his power is just amazing.
Waiting stupid.
So
all I got to say is this. Look, I got love for Dustin, Lafayette native. Look, much love. And if you're listening to the podcast, anybody that you know that has the podcast on, look, we got nothing but love for you. But Khabib is a man.
Yeah.
And I guess we're going to find out how good he really is.
They both men, if you ask me.
Yeah, I mean,
I
but
don't know what you're talking about.
No, but you're gonna be slanted just like he was with DC.
I know what
We
you're
need to
talking
be
about.
objective on
I'm
this here
being
podcast.
objective. DC was winning the whole fight. We already talked about that.
Yeah, and
He got away from his game plan.
Yeah, okay, he was winning the whole fight, but he lost in the fourth.
Okay.
it's hard.
Okay,
It's hard,
so,
it's
I
hard
mean,
to say. It's hard to talk about what happened to DC, man, because that was bad, man. That was bad.
Let's
so
be objective.
Let's
Yeah.
move on.
All right,
it.
man. Well, moving on, man. We're gonna talk about a little college football. What y'all got for some college football, fellas?
College football. Well, y'all see me repping that Gator blue today.
He got his
I hope
Gators.
everybody paying attention.
He got his Gators on
We
his feet
repping
too.
that Gator blue today because we played the first game of the national college football.
And y'all won.
This last weekend. We won against a rival, Miami Hurricane.
Y'all look good though.
It
Yeah.
was
Y'all
tough.
did. Y'all
we
look
didn't
good.
look that good, man.
With them turnovers,
My
they
expectation
didn't
was
look
kind
good.
of high, man.
Yeah, because you thought they was gonna blow them out.
Yeah, I really
you
was
said
hoping
that.
for a blowout, and I
Yeah.
want us to, I figured somebody in the top 7 would stumble, and, we could jump into that top 5. And we missed out on some opportunities. They came in with a good game plan with the young quarterback, and there was a lot of play action, rollout, and they was catching us off guard with that and hitting us for chunks of plays. But once we got settled in on the defensive side, we really could have took advantage of some offensive opportunities. Felipe Franks, he looked good on paper, 17 for 27, 254 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 picks.
2 picks.
But the 2 picks was some bad timing. And, we could have put some points on the board.
I charged that first game
we
with
missed
the
out on some
preseason.
opportunities. I mean, it
Almost.
was the first game, though.
Yeah,
and
it's almost like a preseason
It was a
game.
big rival game, and we played in Orlando on a neutral field. And, everybody, we hadn't played in a while. So
And y'all ranked,
shout out
y'all
to
pulled it
them.
off.
Yeah,
Shout
they
out
did.
to renewing that rivalry with the Hurricanes. Oh, that young quarterback looked good. We let him get settled in. He took a couple hits, and once he took them hits, he settled in.
Yeah, that was a freshman too.
Yeah,
little
yeah,
freshman
freshman.
out there.
Yeah, he looked real good. I mean, him and Felipe. I almost just
y'all don't turn over the ball, man. I think it's gonna go the way you think. The way you thought it did.
Yeah, but
y'all don't turn it over.
They came out with a good game plan early, and I mean we didn't take advantage when we did get the breaks. But shout out to 24-20 Florida Gators, baby. We back. We got the best record in the game as of right now.
the only game. The only game.
We the best team in the game right now.
Yeah,
but
man.
They do got that Clemson. Talking about the best team, the number 1 ranked Clemson. Tigers are playing tomorrow at 7:00 against Georgia Tech on the ACC network. It's a new network they got started. I don't know the channel. Go ahead and search your TV and your menu right now, so you won't have to be looking for it tomorrow.
Yeah.
When the game coming on, so find that ACC channel and get ready to catch you some more football tomorrow.
And college football just all this weekend.
Yeah,
we're gonna get some official football.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
That'll be something to hold us over to the NFL.
Yeah, man.
Something that
going down, man.
So we just on the NFL, we just need to get to next Thursday.
But shout out, hold on, fellas, man. Shout out to the real Tigers, man.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Playing just Georgia run through that here, like, man, look at here. Shout out to the real Tigers, the LSU Tigers, man. They're opening up Saturday. August 31st at 6:30 against Georgia Southern. Warm-up game. We're going to show you the offense, the brand new offense that everybody excited for. We running a no huddle. We running a spread offense. We just got a coach from the New Orleans Saints offense, and he's in charge of the offense, and everybody's excited about this. And I know I'm very excited about seeing these Tigers in the new offense. So I'm looking forward to that. Let's go Tigers. And we're going to eat these Gators whenever it's time.
Yeah, y'all playing Georgia Southern. Y'all better.
Georgia Southern?
Georgia Southern.
We're not worried about the competition. We worried about working on our new offense.
They'll be 1-0 after
we
the
play
weekend.
against Texas next Saturday.
They'll be 1-0.
We playing Texas Longhorns next Saturday, but we getting the offense ready is what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's going to be a good game.
You know what I mean?
And who else we got? We got UL, huh? Raging Cajuns.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the Raging Cajuns. Raging Cajuns, who they have Mississippi State. Mississippi State, baby. Shout out to the Raging Cajuns. Go ahead and surprise the SEC. I wouldn't mind this time somebody beating the SEC.
Much love to y'all, UL. Try y'all best, bro.
They got some big stuff going on at Cajun Field, too, this week, I think, tomorrow.
Let's go Cajuns,
they
baby.
Got some high school football
Let's go
going on
Cajuns. Yeah, tomorrow and Friday they have the Kiwanis Jamboree for the high schoolers tomorrow on Thursday and Friday. So that's going to be interesting to see these little teams.
You played in Kiwanis, didn't you?
Yes, I did. Yes, sir.
How many them MVPs you got over there, boy?
I got
toot your own horn there a little bit, boy.
I got 2 of them.
You got two
of the Kiwanis.
Okay.
Yeah, just toot your horn a little bit, man. Toot your horn a little bit, bro.
I got 2 of them, man. You know,
I think tomorrow they got Karen Crow and Brobridge tomorrow.
Karen Crow and Brobridge playing tomorrow.
I didn't see the schedule, but shout out Karen Crow.
Yeah, man. The Jamboree. Football is in the air, y'all.
Yeah, man. You got a little. What you have a little bit on basketball? Somebody had a little bit on basketball.
I got some basketball for y'all now. For the Laker fans, true Laker fans, who was Laker fans since I met them, Mr. Whalen. Me and you can converse on this back and forth. Shaq and Kobe got into a little Twitter beef. Not nothing too serious, but they threw shots.
Shaq and Kobe, you mean the 2 that won the championship together?
Yes, sir. Those 2 right there.
It wasn't no Twitter beef.
Well, what happened was Shaq and Kobe, let me see, they traded shots. Kobe was at a seminar, conference, something, and he was on stage and he was being asked questions.
That's right.
And one of the questions was, if Shaq had your work ethic, what do you think y'all could have done? And I had the direct quote from Kobe. He said he'd be the greatest of all time. He'd be the first to tell you that. This guy was a force like I've never seen. Generally, guys that size are a little timid.
Okay.
They don't want the ball. They're just tall and big dudes. This dude, he did not care. He was mean. He was nasty. He was competitive. I wish he was in the gym. I would have had 12 rings.
That's right.
Now, when Shaq heard
I wish he was in the gym.
I wish he was in the gym like that.
That little added right there.
So you wasn't wishing on it when y'all won those 3 rings, though. So you done made Shaq mad now.
Well, that's the deal. This coming from somebody that was in the gym,
with
and
him.
Shaq wasn't in the gym.
Yeah.
So all he said was,
how many years Shaq was in the gym and Kobe wasn't in the gym?
And that's what I'm getting to right now.
Come on, man.
But listen.
This ain't the first time somebody asked these questions or Shaq and Kobe and commented on their relationship. And it's just every time somebody asks, it pops up. One of them give the honest of what happened. One is
Shaq came back now. Shaq came back. Shaq had a reply. Now he tweeted back. You would have had 12 if you passed the ball more, especially in the finals against the Pistons. #facts.
Yep. And what else he said? What else he said?
You don't get statues by not working hard.
Okay, talk to me.
What's the deal?
Talk to me.
At that time, that's a young Kobe in the gym all night.
Hungry.
When you got an older Shaq with 6 kids and a family,
ready to eat some fried chicken and red beans.
He ain't working as hard. And Kobe just saying at that time in their career, if Shaq was to be putting in that work, he'd be the greatest of all time.
But I just say that.
Understand especially from me, from somebody with a family and.
I know. We all know.
Yeah. And you know what
we don't know what you do.
Yeah, you know I can understand Shaq not being in the gym at 5 in the morning.
Yeah. I just think Kobe had a work ethic similar to Michael Jordan, and then you had Shaq who had a work ethic, but Kobe was so maniacal with it and just rigid with his routine, and Shaq wasn't like that. Shaq would go work out, but then Shaq wanted to have some fun too.
Kobe meant.
But we don't know what Shaq workouts was like.
But Shaq then came out and said he could have worked harder though, Red. Shaq just came out and said
But you just said he caught Shaq at the latter part of his career. Not the latter part of his kind of.
If you watch that interview, go back and watch that 4-minute interview, Kobe did say him and Shaq talk about that all the time. If you would have been in the gym, we'd have been still winning championships. They joke about it all the time.
Now, people thought it was such a big deal, but Kobe came out and he said, look, the media's trying to make a feud between me and Shaq. We talk about this all the time. We're good. Shaq came back and he said, it's all good, bro. When I saw the interview, I thought you were talking about Dwight. This is how you spell his name, LOL. And he spelled his name DWITE.
Okay.
So Shaq and Kobe are good. But I guess the question would be, since we all watched that era, how many rings you think they could have gotten had they kept on playing together? Because I remember those Lakers, and they were tough, bro. They were tough.
They were dominant. Dominant.
I hated to see that split. I tell you that.
I mean, I don't know how many more he had, because after that year with D Wade and they won that one, Shaq was about done.
I think they for sure.
I think we're cool, but I think
we picked the right Laker when we kept Kobe and shipped Shaq off. And we
how hard was that decision? You gonna take the younger player or the older player? Get out of here! That was an executive decision, and it was the best thing y'all could have did. Come on, man! The kindergarten couldn't make that decision.
They should have beat the Pistons. They should have beat the Pistons that year. That would have made 3. And if Shaq would have stayed when he won with D Wade, that would have been 4.
If Shaq would have stayed 4 more years, they would have won another one.
Yeah. They would have definitely won 4 with Shaq. Yeah, maybe even 5.
If he would have stayed a little longer.
Well, who got more championships right now?
Out of who?
Kobe
Shaq and Kobe?
Oh, Kobe.
Kobe got one.
He got one more.
But I mean, that to me, it was something I remember back in the day.
Shaq helped give him 3, right?
Yep.
Okay then. Okay.
I remember back in the day that to where if they would have stayed together, they would have been dominant. We'll never know, but I remember that was great basketball, and I couldn't stand those Lakers. I couldn't stand Kobe because I thought he was a Michael
I was rocking
mimic.
with the Lakers for real.
But every time I watched them boys play, it's like you couldn't stop them, man.
Man.
It's like they were unstoppable.
Shaq, you could say Shaq from Louisiana. LSU bound and.
Well, he spent time in Texas too.
And he stayed out here in Lafayette all the time.
Yeah.
Well, on the little another basketball note, they got the FIBA starting up for everybody that still wanting the little basketball.
The FIBA.
It starts up Saturday, and the U.S. play the Czech Republic on Sunday at 7:30 in the morning.
We need to win. We need to show our dominance or whatnot, because we lost the other day.
You had the lineup? This is all the people that made the cut for the FIBA.
Yeah, they have Kemba Walker, Donovan Mitchell, Chris Middleton, Harrison Barnes, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart, Brooke Lopez, Miles Turner, Joe Harris, Derek White, and Mason Plumlee.
Sound like a 10-seed team in the West.
We're not winning the FIBA.
A 10 seed.
We got blew out by Australia. Patty Mills put up 30 on us. And we lost to the practice squad.
We're not winning it.
So,
with Dellavedova. Dellavedova was on the Australia team, and we lost to them.
Man.
So that's what's going on in the basketball. What we got next?
Yeah, man. This weekend, man, in your city where you live in, they have the Glow in the Crow Balloon Festival.
I saw that.
Yeah, it's going on this
what's
Friday and Saturday.
Pelican Park?
110 Softball Drive.
I
think that's Pelican Park, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I saw that.
So y'all want to do the Glow in the Crow Balloon. They also have the Lafayette Farmers and Artisans Market Saturday from 8 to 12 at Monkers Park on Johnson Street. And last but not least, at the Cajun Dome on Friday night, Chris Stapleton. If you want to get you some tickets, you need to go ahead on and watch it now.
What is that? The Stapleton.
Chris Stapleton.
Oh, the country singer.
Country singer.
I think they got the Backstreet Boys out here too.
Oh, wow.
The Backstreet Boys.
They still singing?
I don't know if this week. I think it's the weekend.
I seen a commercial for
And
that.
then also Friday, they have the Lafayette. Also on Friday, they have the Lafayette Reggae Night featuring Jam X.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Yeah, man. So y'all could go
man.
check it out from 5 to 12, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tool.
Shout out to the reggae, man. Yeah, man. So look, I got one more topic I want to talk about before we go ahead on and shut it down. We have
Shoot
about
it.
4 minutes left.
Okay.
This topic has been all over the United States and
The chicken sandwich.
We have to talk about the Popeyes chicken sandwich.
The chicken
Or
sandwich.
say like Phil and Bro Bridge, the
No, boy,
sandwich.
don't start that.
Lord.
And let me just
Don't
preface
start
it.
that. That's
let me-
young talking.
Let me just preface it with this. If you were trying to get a chicken sandwich, you're out of luck because they have sold out. They were supposed to have a supply going until
bought
October,
all
and they
the
sold
chicken
out
sandwiches.
in 2
Chick-fil-A
weeks.
still have them.
Yep.
But I tell you what, man, my quick story on it, man. My little brother, about a month ago, my little brother Chad, shout out to Chad in Atlanta. He called me about a month ago and asked me if I tried the sandwich. And I told him no, I didn't. And he said that it was really good. Then about a week later, Lance called and he said, "Man, did you try that sandwich?" And I was like, "No." Then the next day at work, another guy said it. Now this was before they started having the lines and the cravings, so I was like, "Let me go try it out." And when I bit into the sandwich, I immediately fell in love with the chicken.
Is it that good though?
It's
I haven't
that
tried it.
good.
Me either.
Because
Me
man,
either.
people been
It's
jumping
good.
through drive-through
haven't.
windows,
It's that good, man.
fighting
And I mean, the-
Popeyes and all kind of stuff
Killing
like
them
that over
workers,
these
man.
sandwiches, man.
Yeah, you know what?
And it's- and it-
Chick-fil-A was my favorite chicken sandwich until I bit into that chicken sandwich from Popeye.
Okay, man. What did it have
They
on it?
made
Have
me a
a
believer.
is a spicy. It's spicy and it have its own sauce or
It
something.
have his own sauce on it. I mean, Janet Jackson got escorted to the Popeyes to go
Boss,
try
stop
it.
that.
I saw
Yeah, she
that.
did.
For real?
She have it on video.
Oh,
She
wow.
got
To get a
escorted to
chicken
go get the
sandwich.
chicken sandwich to see what these people
They
talking
probably
about.
made $1 billion nationwide off
I
that
tell-
chicken sandwich in about 3 weeks.
I tell you what, and for
Real
the
talk.
price of it, it's even better. That's what people say.
Social-
$3.99.
It was $3.99.
Social media saved
You get that
Popeyes.
spicy chicken sandwich.
Social media saved Popeyes $24 million in advertisement.
Wow.
They saved them $24 million, and they were supposed to have sandwiches until October. It's sold out in 2 weeks, fellas. What's
Yeah,
in them
and-
sandwiches? Crack.
and-
That's what I'm asking. That like, it's a chicken sandwich.
supposed to- yeah, but I don't know, Ryan. Is the
Even the way you said, your eyes glisten when you said that.
it's the
man.
combination. It's sort of like the day they came out with sliced bread, and people was like, "Man, they have sliced
Oh,
bread."
ice.
You know what
Ice.
I mean?
I hadn't tried one. I guess I won't get a chance to now.
You know what? Whenever they do come, you need to try one, and then you can come on here the next show and tell us exactly how you feel about it, because
They-
you're gonna have the glow in your eyes too.
That's
put-
not till October, though.
They put Percocets in there. Or
I don't
something,
know
or
what they
crack
putting
or
in
something.
that, but it
I never got
definitely
one.
made me the
'Cause
first bite.
I definitely
the
I seen the
explosion.
lines. I seen the lines.
The
dude.
lines,
That's what-
people
the
fighting
lines was
in the
crazy.
Popeyes, and they had
Fighting?
fighting in the Popeyes, and they had to fire some people from the Popeyes and Scott over here because they were just dumping pepper into the mix because they were
Trying to
tired
get-
of making the sandwiches. Like, yo, it's crazy,
Wow.
man, crazy.
Yeah, man, that's how we do it. Yeah, man, that's how we do the Popeyes down here, man. Well, look, man, we have about 1 minute left. Anybody have some last minute shout outs?
You got some stuff going on with Cartel Music this weekend, huh?
Yes, Cartel Music Sports /Fast 12. We have our fantasy football draft August 31st at 5 o'clock. We having the usual house party. Bring your devices, and we're going to do the thing like we normally do it.
Shout out to the Winner Circle. We getting ready to get this thing kicked off, y'all.
Yes.
And before we head on out, just like to thank everybody. Our Facebook page, we're on Facebook, The Division Podcast. We've been having that popping. Please go like, share.
Yes.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Division Podcast, and AOC. INC.org if you just want to hear the audio, or iTunes and Google Play.
That's right, man. Like we said, thank y'all very much for the support. This is episode 6. We're gonna have we working on different shows and different spinoffs to come at you. We're not gonna be doing just this podcast show once a week. We have different things that we're working on, and we're gonna be bringing them your way as the year go by. So keep supporting us.
Yep.
Subscribe on our YouTube channel and share us as much as y'all can, man. We trying to get out there and let these people hear what we have to talk about.
Trying to get the word out.
Yes, sir. Mr. Whalen, anything? Gators?
Go Gators.
Go Gators.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers. Right?
Go Astros.
Go Yankees. Go New York Astros.
Go Astros.
Or
man.
Houston Yankees.
And Zeke. Come on now.
Yeah, I need to sign for my fantasy.
Holla at y'all later, man. Peace out.
Peace.